Today morning I have gone outside to run some errands and get some groceries. I have seen couple of children carrying their school banners and doing this flag march. Looking at them felt nostalgic and it rekindled my childhood memories. Some of them very fond memories. Girl collapsed in front of me. But sad part, there was no one to handle that immediate emergency. The problem with our school system is that we doesn't follow any rules. Like every CBSE institution must have an staff nurse in their school premises just to address such immediate situations or emergencies. People tend to forget and forgive easily because no one cares. I was speaking to one of the correspondent and he was saying that we don't require to hire any medical staff or a staff nurse. Because it's not an hospital, it's an educational institution, why should we bother about hiring somebody? Because nobody is enforcing that and nobody is pressurizing them to follow the rules. Even the parents also, they doesn't bother about such instances. They are more worried about the fee hikes. They are more worried about the transportation costs. They are more worried about miscellaneous things. Even I have worked as school counselor for one of the Kendriya Vidyalayas. As part of the role that people do ask us to take the leisure periods or to take, if somebody is not present, some faculty is unwell, so they ask us to go and sit in the classroom to monitor the children. The person who handles the roster and he has given me an advice that you should go and sit in the 6th class because one of the class teacher is absent, and I have gone there and I have sat there. And I started conversation with these kids. I came to know that one of the girl is an type 1 diabetic personnel and she had to take insulin for every 3 hours and she is taking the insulin from the past 6 years, like from the starting of the school itself, and no one knows that. And she was showing some curiosity to participate in the running race, and she was very much into sports and she wanted to participate in it. That raised few concerns, like I was worried that she might not be able to handle that stress and she might not be able to handle that race. So I have informed the class teacher stating that she is a type 1 diabetic, can you allow her to participate in this running race? She was startled and she doesn't know the fact that she was a type 1 diabetic. The school, entire school, she was staying from the past 6 years there and no one noticed. Even the class teachers or the non-teaching faculty, whatever their concerns might be genuine, but I told to her parents that they did a wrong thing by not informing the faculty or at least staff if the child misses out on taking the shot or taking the medication, or she might indulge in that sort of sports activity where she might have to spend extra amount of energy that might result in some emergency situation. And their concerns are very genuine if we consider, if we talk to, or if you see the reality of the educational institutions, they are very reluctant to give admissions to such children. They doesn't want to use the resources on concentrating on single child. At the end of the day, everybody is worried about the bottom line, how much they are getting and how much they are earning. Even they doesn't pay much to the faculty or they doesn't pay much to the non-teaching faculty. Let alone if you ask them to hire some nurse, they will not go to entertain that idea. Parents can take an initiative, like they can form an parents union with like-minded parents, and they can persuade the local authorities like MLAs, MPs, and they can go and give a petition to the collectors. If they have the right mind and if they have the right willingness, they can set a policy, they can push an agenda, and with the representation and with the petitions, we can bring some positive change in our education system. We are witnessing so many sad things that some child lost his life due to the snake bites, or people are not able to get appropriate nutrition in their food. My heart fills with anger, my heart fills with sadness. What we can do as a general or common public. Just wanted to vent my emotions, just wanted to vent my frustration looking at the appalling conditions of our society and educational institutions. At the end of the day, what worries me and what bothers me is that governments are happy to spend on useless and mindless schemes. Just they're gonna get some votes and they're gonna mint some votes, but they are not really bothered about the grassroots level issues. All said and done, we shouldn't get disheartened. I'm not a pessimistic person and I'm always an optimist. The common public have the tools and mechanism to voice their concerns. We need to keep pushing the government and make them accountable for their actions. We need to keep reminding them of their responsibilities towards the poorest of the poor and the voiceless. The only thing we need to do is that we need to be proactive. Happy Independence Day, friends. Take care.